Instagram. We should be live. That looks live. I think we're going live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. I think we're still going live on LinkedIn. Hopefully we're still going live on LinkedIn. Going live on Instagram. Morning, Wednesday morning. We're going to be doing a bit of breathing, a bit of balancing, and a bit of moving. Balance we haven't done for a while, so we'll play around with a bit more balance, and we will also continue to work on our squats. First of all, mobilization. Find the space where you've got some room in front and behind. Make sure there's nothing behind or you're going to kick, because we're going to do our leg swings in a minute. Take your feet shoulder width apart. Let's just feel that connection through the ground, nice and stable and supported through the ground. And let's go into knocking, softening into the ankles, knees, hips. Tall through the spine. Just breathing easy in and out through the nose. And then slowing it down. And we'll play around with those couple of variations on this. It's always such a good one to get that spine rotating, get the freedom in the shoulders, the back. Move around a little bit if you need to. Take your feet back to shoulder width apart. Maybe go a little bit wider than shoulder width. Remember we did this, sorry, gone into the dark again. The minute that sun comes out, it puts me in silhouette. I don't want to have to close the windows yet. Remember what we did, if we did last week, where we shift the weight, and we're shifting the weight onto this, if I'm mirroring you, onto the left side. So we're rotating through that left hip, that left heel is coming towards the center line, softness in the knee, but also keep that focus on the ball of the right foot. So it's almost like you're just driving this hip forwards a little bit. So you can see I'm using the ground, the hip, and then the upper body is following that. I'm not doing this and pulling the hip. So use the ground. So you're just peeling the heel, but still putting that little bit of pressure into the ground through that right ball of the right foot. I'm not using the upper body to move. I'm not creating the movement from the upper body. I'm creating the movement from the ground upwards. It's like a sequence of events. And then slow it down. And you can balance both feet as you slow it down. Have a little shake out. And then we'll do the same, the opposite side. So you're working, you're putting the focus, a little bit more weight through that right side, drawing that right heel into the ground. Drawing that right heel into the center line. You've got to have softness in the knee. If the knee's locked, everything's tight there. So soften into the knee, soften into the hip. And then ball of the left foot, connect that, driving the hip forwards. See if there's any difference in the sequence of events. Making sure you're working with the lower body, strong lower body, light and lifted upper body. And then both heels on the ground, balanced on both feet, slowing down. And having a bit of a shake out. Let's go a little bit wider apart again, and we'll do some big hip circles. So keeping the legs straight here so we get that nice lengthening through the back of the hamstrings. Remember, when the hips come forwards, very gentle lift of the sternum. Biggest circle as possible. Just let the shoulders and the arms relax. You can put the hands on the hips. One thing I noticed when I'm doing this and just letting the arms relax, or just letting go, and don't necessarily think of relax, is what I noticed I was tending to almost try and use this right arm and right shoulder to move the hips. So it's actually just making sure that you are not overusing any part of the body that you don't need to use. So I don't need to use my shoulders to lift anything. Nice big hip circles. And then change direction. Feet stay connected to the ground. If the feet are flat on the ground, you're getting that rotation too through the ankles. And if you find any sticky bits, those are the bits that you can maybe go a little bit slower, focus a little bit more on, go over them again and again. So play around with it. Don't just aimlessly count reps or anything like that. Be aware of all parts of the movement and then have a shake out. Let's balance on our right side, so nice and solid and stable on that right side, and then flex the foot, bring that left leg forwards. You can use your stone tigers to rest on. Flexing, really pointing the toe, flexing the toe towards the shin. And then let's do some ankle circles. Again, really stretching the toes, just as you can stretch the fingers. Change direction. And shake it out. And then just balance, just stand for a moment. Feels good. Keep tall. And then we'll swap sides. So you're stabilizing on the opposite side. Not falling over. Stone tigers, tigers, and then flexing and extending. Breathing, make sure you're breathing. Circling. Spreading the toes. Changing direction. And then shaking out. Legs a good shake. Shoulders, big shoulder circles. No rush. Feel the shoulder blades moving. Use the spine as well. Changing directions. Again, just keeping the arms hanging. And shake out. Arms, so we're going to clap, but then we change direction. Scoop through, rotate. Nice stretch here through the fingers. Arms. Went the wrong way then. Down, rotate. So good if you're doing a lot of keyboard work. Or even just your thumbs on your phone. Or your little finger holding your phone. Stretching out all the tendons, ligaments in the hands, the arms, the elbows. Just change direction, pushing to the side. Shake out. Let's do tigers. So feet, shoulder width apart, slight turn out. Tiger claws, feel what happens when you engage those tiger claws. It engages the back, nice strong spine. Remember, the idea is we're sitting back, but we're lowering our center of gravity. I'm not tilting forwards, I'm just lowering the center of gravity. The knees fold, the hips fold, and then I come back up to standing. So have a sense of keeping that chest lifted. Remember, we could get to any part and then we could just have a little look that way, a little look that way. We're breathing. Using the ground to stand up. That little idea of just very gently drawing the heels to the center line as you come to stand up really engages all of the muscles around the legs, engages that spiral chain. Let's do 2 more. Again, breathing easy. And then come up to standing. You'll feel that heart rate go up a little bit. Feel the breath rate go up a little bit, but keep it in and out through the nose. And then let the breath settle. We're going to come back to that, but just before we come back to that and play around with it a little bit, legs straight, hinge from the hips. Now we're doing a hinge. Keep that chest lit. Actually go a little bit wider, sorry, go a little bit wider on the legs. Hinge from the hips, so you've got a pole in the hips there, you're hinging from your hips. Keep that chest lifted, keep the chin lifted, keep it as long as you can there, and then roll down. Roll back up. Use the ground again. I've just dribbled on the floor. Sorry, I was talking, just dribbling all over the mat. Lift the chest, lift the chin. And roll. My nose is going to start running in a minute. Same thing. Lengthen. Spine wave. Lengthening out that whole back line. Let's do 2 more. Making sure you're guided by the breath. Take a rest, walk the feet back in. A little bit of a shake out. Back to the tiger. This time, as we go down slowly, go as low as you can. If it feels comfortable, just to rock forwards, palms flat on the floor there, back into the tiger position, then use that heels into the center line to come up to standing. So you're not falling forward. You've got to be really in a comfortable place where you can rock forwards, push back. We're not throwing ourselves back, and then we can come up to standing. And just play around with that, in control all the way through it. Two more. You don't want to be trying to survive a movement or throwing yourself back up. You want to be able to sit into that squat position, come back up to standing. Have a little bit of a shake out. Shake your legs. I'm just going to close that window again because the sun's come out totally, so you can't see anything. So just have a little bit of a shake, get your breath back. Hate closing the sun out. It's only for a few minutes. Let's go back to that. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah. Go back to the squat. If that was really challenging, just stay with normal tiger squats. Remember, if anything hurts, you stop. It's not about pain, it's not pushing, it's not forcing. If it feels comfortable, when we get down and you rock forwards, just bringing the knees towards the ground. Again, if you get any pain, I'll show you from the side, you stop. Do not want any pain. Do not want anything to hurt or pull. Just dropping the knees towards the ground. So you get that nice flex through the big toes. Or just stay with a standard tiger, or just stay with a rock forwards and rock back. If you want to just bring the knees quite nice, it gets that hip joints, gets the knee joints, a little bit of force in a good way through them, a little bit of a load through them, but at the same time lengthening, stretching foot, shins, calves, etc. Working the muscles as well as lengthening. And quite rightly, just take a rest if you need to take a rest. If not, just do one or two more. Come up to standing when you're ready and shake out. Letting the breath settle. And just letting the heart rate lower. Bit more balance. So first of all, just evenly balance, so feet connected to the ground. Flying, breathing in and breathing out. And just find your own rhythm. A nice way to visualize this is almost like you've just got an inflatable balloon just inflating underneath the armpit and then deflating. So filling in all the gaps. And then we're going to shift the weight. So let's shift towards the left and peel the right heel off the ground. So you just stand a little bit taller. Sink a little bit lower as you shift the weight to the opposite side. Again, go at your own pace, your own rhythm. And if that feels confident, then you can balance, raise the opposite knee slowly down. And I want the smoothness of the raising and slowly down. Now, don't worry if you do wobble, it's absolutely fine. It's the nervous system learning, but let's aim for smoothness, not crashing down, slowly down. Just going to dip my toe in the water. Is it warm? Is it cold? That's nice. Making sure you're not holding the breath. Breathing in. Breath changes direction, breathing out. Let's do one more each side. And then balance. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then interlocking, bringing the feet together. Closing your eyes. Just for a few moments of bamboo in the wind. Then taking a calm breath in through the nose. Opening your eyes, having a little bit of a brush down. Having a bit of a shake out. Excellent. We will finish there. Just to say quickly, just before we finish, I'm working on the website at the minute, so I'm getting onto the website because 2026 is around the corner suddenly. Just to let you know, we got retreat in Portugal next year, very similar to Costa Brava, same format as Costa Brava, but obviously in Porto or Portugal. Going to do the Douro Valley. We've got the Costa Brava, same as we did last year, retreat next year. Have we got 3 Oxygen Advantage instructor trainings at the minute? No, actually 4. We got 2 in Porto, we got 1 in London, we got 1 in Scotland. All of this is going to be out there. We've got a few early bird places on those. And the other thing that I'm doing in January is I've got space for a couple of one-to-one programs. So if anybody's interested in doing some one-to-one with me, it will be online unless you want to come out to Portugal, which you'd be very welcome to do that as well. But just to keep you up to date with all of that. And if there's anything else, as always, if there's any questions anyone has, then please do not hesitate to get back to me. If there's anything you want to work on in these sessions, let me know as well. Brilliant. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining, as always, and I will see you next week, Monday again. Have a good weekend. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.